Hello YouTube, this is Metaljedipirate and we are back for another album review. This time it's Arch Enemy, Blood Dynasty, in about 5 minutes. Let's go. Blood Dynasty is Arch Enemy's 12th album, which was released on the 28th of March 2025 by Century Media Records. It has 11 tracks with a runtime of just under 43 minutes and is a follow-up to 2022's Deceivers. Obviously, bearing this in mind, my knowledge of Arch Enemy is very limited, and they are both to this album, Blood Dynasty, and Deceivers. And I can happily say that Blood Dynasty is basically a continuation, in my opinion, of Deceivers. They seem to be having the sort of same style and same influences throughout both albums. Now, I can safely say that I've listened to this album at least 5-6 times by now before writing this review, and I can definitely say that this album gets so much better the more and more you listen to it, because you just pick up small things here and there that you didn't hear before, and it just makes the album so much better. And there are, more things and more things, just again, smaller things that you pick up within the songs that you're like, wow, didn't notice that before, that you will eventually like from it. You can definitely tell there are influences on the album. The opening to Viva Libre, I'm assuming I've said that correctly. It is French, so I don't really know French, and I usually end up butchering it. But had a very Iron Maiden feel towards it before moving on to a lot more of a sort of heavy metal style power ballad, which was sung in French, which I honestly did not expect. And then the other one that I could definitely tell the influence was Liars and Thieves. That had a Motorhead influence from its beginning riff, and then all mixed in with their usual melodic death metal sound, which again is very consistent throughout this album. It has very fast, heavy, aggressive riffs, aggressive vocals, over the top with, really aggressive double kick pounding drums, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. It is absolutely brilliant. And then again, you add all the awesome solos into the tracks as well, and it just makes it absolutely phenomenal. Now, one song which I genuinely didn't think was going to be on the album was the previously mentioned Viva Libre. Now, obviously, again, more of a metal ballad style track, sung in French, which I had no idea that that was going to happen at all. I was just expecting more of a slower track. I mean, I should have really realised that it could have been sung in French. I mean, I do believe they are Canadian, so if they're French-Canadian, kind of makes sense. I don't know if that's happened on any other Arch Enemy album before, but it was a nice welcome addition. It fit really well into the album at that point. So my favourite tracks from this album were the single of the title track, Blood Dynasty, and The Pendulum, which overall was my favourite track of the album. This song literally just had me hooked from the moment the opening riff hit. I was like, what the hell is this? I remember I was standing at one of the workstations I was at away from my computer, and it just hit, and I was like, what on earth is this? What is this track called? I'm going to be adding this to the playlist just instantly. And I literally just walked over to my desk and just added it to my metal playlist. It just got me that hooked. So those are my two favourite tracks off of it. Generally, overall, the tracks are brilliant. Because solos are brilliant, riffs are brilliant. It is a great album. It is very consistent. And again, you just need to listen to it more and more and more to pick up the new things from it. So I would definitely check this album out. If you liked Deceivers, I genuinely think you will like this album. However, I can't say that what about the older albums. I haven't really listened to any of that sort of stuff as a sort of more of a new fan. I just gone, oh, I'll check that out because it's new and I'm really getting into Arch Enemy at the moment. So I can't say whether it's a good album in comparison to their older stuff, or it's a bad album in comparison to their older stuff, because I genuinely don't know. But from my experience, if you liked Deceivers, I genuinely think you will like this, and it is an awesome album. At least 3.5 out of 5 from me. Hope you guys have enjoyed this content, this album review. I am aware it's obviously very short, but thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you all very, very soon.